Hello everyone, in this video, I will show you some best Android games for NVIDIA Shield TV in 2021. So without any further ado, let's start this video. The first game of this video is Morphite. Morphite is a cross between No Man's Sky and Metroid Prime, featuring a randomly generated cosmos to explore like the former, and a full-fledged campaign mode with missions that require space combat, puzzle solving, and platforming like the latter. It's heavily influenced by No Man's Sky, which is fantastic. With its simple graphic design and soothing soundtrack, it's a genuinely great game. Next up we have ClusterTruck. ClusterTruck is a furious physics-based first-person platformer in which you must hop between semi-trucks barreling down highways and being blown up by falling boulders, laser beams, and a variety of other insane hazards. You want to get as far as possible as quickly as possible, but if you contact the ground, you will lose. This is a fun game to play with friends since it's essentially the floor is lava with superhuman leaping abilities and strange physics-based gameplay. Next up we have The Witness. If you're a puzzle game fanatic, you owe it to yourself to play The Witness, one of the most beautifully made and hardest puzzle games ever created. This looks to be a very conventional puzzle adventure game at first impression. You spend your days wandering around a strange island completing grid puzzles, but things start to become a little complex when you learn more about the island's real origins and how deep the puzzle theme goes. Next up we have Bridge Constructor Portal. Bridge Constructor is a great physics-based puzzle game in its own right, but the Portal spin-off takes the concept and adds in all the wacky elements from Aperture Laboratories. Through 60 test chambers, your goal is to get the test vehicles to the end of the course any way you can using portals, along with propulsion and repulsion gels, while avoiding deadly lasers, pits of acid, and sentient turrets. Next up we have Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. For those who are curious, this game is nothing like the stealth action seen in Metal Gear Solid, the franchise's crown gem. Instead, this is a slick-looking hack-and-slash action spin-off featuring Raiden, who is most known for his role in the Metal Gear Solid 2 series. The plot centers around opposing private military companies, with certain businesses deliberately seeking out turmoil in order to keep the war economy humming. Next up we have Doom 3. Doom is a legendary franchise, both in its classic and modern forms. The original, aka the granddaddy of the first-person shooter, and its direct sequel are available as high-quality ports courtesy of Bethesda. But the third game of the franchise, aptly named Doom 3, is available for the NVIDIA Shield TV. Next up we have The Final Station. You've been thrust into a zombie apocalypse and must make do with what you have. The Final Station, on the other hand, places you on a train where you are in charge of the few surviving human lives as you go from station to station. You're in charge of making sure the train remains functional, plus seeing to passenger needs. You'll pass through swarms of infected to make it to that next station, often seeking supplies and reprieve. There are choices to be made, some of which define who your character is as a person. Next up we have Never Alone. Although Never Alone and Super Meat Boy are both platformers, the similarities end there. Never Alone intends to take you on a spiritual, introspective, and possibly even illuminating trip, whereas Super Meat Boy is all about crushing difficulties, quick action, and precision controls. Never Alone follows Nuna, a young Inuit girl, and her faithful companion, the fox, as they face the elements in order to discover the source of an endless snowstorm that threatens their lives and all they know and love. Next up we have Octodad Dadliest Catch. Octodad Dadliest Catch can be summed up in one word: weird. It's a strange premise for a strange game, but it's a lot of fun. Octodad is an oldie but goodie that puts you in the shoes of an octopus that is posing as a caring human family guy. You have a nice suit on, a wonderful wife, 2 lovely children, and a nice suburban home, and all the time you're deceiving the entire world into believing you're not an octopus. The last game of this video is Jackbox Party Pack 3. Perhaps you've just awoken from a century of cryo-sleep and are culturally unaware of the cool, trendy games that young people these days are playing. This is the only explanation I can come up with for how someone might have overlooked Jackbox games in all of their variations. The gist is as follows: Jackbox games are party games for up to 8 players to play. Each party pack includes a variety of mini-games, such as making t-shirts and voting on the best one, as well as lethal quiz shows, guessing games, and more. So that's the list of 10 best Android games for NVIDIA Shield TV to play in 2021. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel Geek and press the bell icon for more gaming videos.